Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing good. Okay, so in my today's session, I'm going to explain about the SendGrid service. Okay, so many people would think, what is this SendGrid? SendGrid is basically a customer communication platform for transactional and marketing email. But it is not only restricted for the email. You can send SMSs, you have push notifications, tracking. Many useful features have been integrated into this cloud service called SendGrid. Okay, so if you go through the general section of the Wikipedia, so you see that SendGrid provides a cloud-based service that assists businesses with the email delivery. The service manages various types of email, including shipping notifications, friend requests, sign-up confirmations, and email newsletters. It also handles internet service provider monitoring, domain keys, service policy framework, and feedback loops. Additionally, the company provides link tracking, open rate reporting. It also allows companies to track emails opens, basically, okay, unsubscribes, bounces, and spam reports. And the company integrated SMS voice and push notification abilities to its service through a partnership with the Twilio. Okay, SendGrid offers a freemium version and a light plan, pay as you go, as well as three expanded levels of services like Essential, Pro, and Premier. So there are many levels or tiers or plans, I can say, in order to use this SendGrid service or the SendGrid cloud service. Okay, this is basically this is going to be a paid service, guys. Do remember, okay, the free version will be available for some time, but once you are satisfied with the services of this particular uh, emailing system, or you can say messaging system, I think you can go with any one version which suits your requirement. Okay, so well, that's said. So let's log in into SendGrid portal. I already created a username and password and selected a plan for myself. Okay, so I have the credentials, so I'm going to log in now. Okay, the moment I log in, see, I can see a left navigation menu items which will help me to achieve various objectives. There's a dashboard which shows you the number of requests made, the delivery rate, 100%, number of opened emails, clicked, bounces, spam reports, many things. Okay, basically SendGrid provides a lot of features that just we gone through in Wikipedia page. Okay, so out of all these, the most important that I'm going to demonstrate today is the email API. Okay, so basically using the RESTful services provided by SendGrid, I can basically send my email messages. Okay, so that is one part, that is one good feature they have integrated into themselves. And apart from that, guys, the most important thing is the dynamic templates. Okay, this is like a MS Word or MS Excel micro kind of macro kind of, basically. Okay, okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to basically specify a template in SendGrid. They allow us, they provide us a wonderful designer. Okay, it's like a drag and drop kind of designer in which we are going to drag and drop various parts of our email message body. We customize it, we color it. Okay, we put the content also. There are some dynamic contents, okay, which we can put, and those will be replaced by the values we pass, okay, when we send the email. So that is the nice thing. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate now quickly. So let me quickly switch to the Visual Studio. So I'm in Visual Studio. Okay, so what is the bare minimum requirement in order to interact with the SendGrid? Okay, guys, so first of all, you must have an API key, basically, in order to trigger the SendGrid APIs in order to send the emails for your target email templates you created on SendGrid. Okay, so this is what the setup would look like, basically. Very simple. So I have made use of the SendGrid package, a nugget package provided by the SendGrid team for the .NET framework. I think using that SendGrid library, I think making use of this service becomes even easier, guys. It's very simple. Just have a look what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm doing, basically, I'm constructing a SendGrid client. So there are multiple ways to have a communication with this SendGrid APIs. Okay, you can construct your own HTTP client object. You pass the API secret, you pass the headers, and you can communicate with the service. But in order to avoid all such fur and fuss, what they have done is they have only provided you a SendGrid client class. Okay, simply pass the API key which you have in generated from your SendGrid portal. Okay, I will quickly show you where you can find those API keys. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I have logged in into the app.sendgrid.com portal, and in the left navigation under settings, you can see that there is a section meant for API keys. Okay, just click on it. So as you can see, guys, so basically you can see that under API keys section, okay, you will be provided with a name for a API. Okay, the API key, you need to provide a name, and then it will automatically generate API key ID for that. And how we generate API keys, simply click on this create API key button. Okay, there are three levels of permissions basically, like full access, restricted, and there is one more level of okay, access control, which you can make use of in order to, yeah, provide some of the access control for this API keys. Okay, that I will show you soon. So as you can see, create API key, you have to provide a API key name, and then comes the various API permissions. Full access, it says that allows the API key to access, get, patch, put, delete, and post endpoints for all parts of your account, excluding billing and email address validation. Restricted, the customized levels of access for all parts of your account, excluding billing and email access validation. So I would go with this option. Okay, and I would like to go with the defaults provided for this restricted access. Okay, and simply click on OK, guys. That should automatically create a API key for you people. I have already created one, so I'm not going to create it once again. Okay, so as I shown you how to generate the API keys in the SendGrid portal basically. So I have written a simple program now in order to send some email using the SendGrid uh, s- service basically. Okay, so till now we discussed about what SendGrid is, what all features it provides. Okay, what are the two most important features, okay, that SendGrid provides, and that's what getting more popular. Okay, the first one was using its RESTful APIs, and second one was its template based email body construction. So soon I'm going to explain that. Okay, so from the code part, so whatever SendGrid API key I had generated, I should pass to this SendGrid client proxy constructor, or you can call the client constructor, which is used for SendGrid. Okay, so from the SendGrid client, I'm passing the API key, and then I'm constructing the SendGrid message. Look at the class provided. Okay, so you need to construct a SendGrid message, and for that message set the from email id. Okay, and then set the to email id. How we are setting? By calling the add to method. Okay, and how are we setting the from? Using the set from method. Okay, so set from, add to, and then set template id. So now I'm going to explain about what are these template ids. Okay, as I already explained, SendGrid provides us a wonderful designer in order to design your message body, guys. Okay, so each such a template design you create is associated or called as a template, and each template is associated with the template id basically. Okay, so when you pass that template id to your SendGrid message, what SendGrid does is basically it will automatically parse your template. Okay, it will automatically parse your template, and wherever you have put the dynamic contents, okay, inside the mustache notation. Okay, so two opening curly brackets and two closing curly brackets, inside that you will be giving some names, which is a dynamic content being replaced by the values that you pass using the SendGrid email message. Okay, or you can call, yeah, the template data basically. Yeah, so you need to pass that template data, and that template data should contain the property names, okay, which should match with your templates dynamic variables. Okay, so let me quickly show that how a template looks. That will give you a clear picture. So in order to create our dynamic template, simply go under email API navigation option. Okay, in Inside that, select the sub option dynamic templates. Now you will be presented with this page. Existing templates will be listed over here, guys. Okay. Now, how we can create? Simply click on create a dynamic template. Okay. See, it requests you to provide a template name. So what I will give a template name. Say test SendGrid template. That's enough. And click on, and I will click on create. So as you can see, the moment I clicked on create, can you see? Okay, a new template has been generated and listed under the yeah, the filter section basically. Okay, so as you can see, last edited, that is today's date basically, just now we have created. Okay, so what are the various options available? You can edit the name, you can duplicate the template itself when it can be reused basically, and you can delete it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this template now. Okay, and how we start editing a template or creating a template? When you create it for the first time, okay, a template will be generated and it will be provided with a unique id called template id. So this is the template id, guys. So this value basically I need to pass in my program. So under set template id, what I have to do is I need to set this. Okay, now I have set the template id also, and I know what are the various dynamic parameters or the template variables I need to pass in order to construct my message body, which is over here. Now I will show you how to construct the message in the template. Okay, so once this is done, I will say add version. Can you see? It will give you an option. See your email designs, or you can pick something from SendGrid email designs also. Okay, two options will be provided. There are existing templates. Okay, and there is a customization in terms of blank template where you can apply your customizations or you can create as per your need. Okay, so for demonstration purpose, I will show you what are the various SendGrid email designs available. So you can see numerous, guys, numerous templates are available for each and every business domain. See real estate newsletter, modern restaurant newsletter, okay, short employee newsletter, okay, non-profit volunteer newsletter. For each and every business, okay, they have already provided some predefined designs. You can select any one of this design and you can start creating your template or customizing your template. It's up to you how you want to do, but I would like to go with the option of blank template. Okay, for demonstration purpose, so I will select this and I will click on blank template basically. Now once that is done, you have two options how you would like to go with a designer editor and a code editor, basically HTML editor. Okay, so using HTML, you can put the HTML elements in order to design your message body. In other words, you can say the HTML page basically. Okay, so both options are available, but I would like to go with the design editor because you can see the power of SendGrid with its design editor basically. Okay, where you can drag and drop the various controls. See visual drag and drop editing with access to modify HTML when you need it. Okay, so anytime you can switch to the code editor and make changes from the design editor itself. Okay, so let's click on it and see how it renders. Okay, so we got our designer basically. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to put a subject, say test message subject, I will say. Okay, you can put some pre-header also. Let's put it as test. Okay, so SendGrid provides you the option to test your email here itself. Okay, basically in this screen itself you can test your email. So that's what we can do basically while designing our the email template itself. We can test it. Now we will go to the build step. Now how we can build. So see whatever subject you provided, now it is appearing in subject section pre-header. The pre-header text is appearing in pre-header section. Now I will go to build. See, I have image control, text, columns, image and text, buttons, code if I want, divider, spacer, social networking related links, and most important, the unsubscribe, okay, component. This is also one best practice, guys, because some users, they don't want to receive a lot of emails, okay. Sometimes in some point of time they want to unsubscribe from receiving these emails, so this is a standard, so I will keep it as it is. So whenever the user clicks on unsubscribe, so he will stop receiving emails from our service. Pretty nice, okay. This is the one of the uh, requirement basically for most of the businesses, where we should provide an option to unsubscribe. So that is also uh, coming for us ready-made, okay. No need to write any additional code for that. So what I will do is basically I will take a text and I will drop over here, and I will say, let's put hi. I will use the mustache notation here in order to put the variables which will replace by the actual value of that variable, okay. So what are this, I'm going to explain now, okay. So I had created, if you see my code, okay. So all these properties of this class SendGrid email message dynamic data, they all needs to be displayed in my email message body, okay. So I'm going to construct the message using all this dynamic data, okay. So let me show you that. So I put hi, and then I have to specify who is for whom I'm saying hi, okay. So there should be some username, right, guys? So that's why I have put a JSON property for my template data, which is called user. So what I have to do, I need to make use of this value and need to put into my template. So just put over here, that's enough. Okay, what happened? Ah, there it's speaking. Okay, so hi user. So whatever value I send for user while sending my email, okay, from here it is my name, I can put someone else's name, okay. Basically I construct an array of send grid email message dynamic data, and then for each object I will start sending the emails. I will start making calls to the send grid send email method basically, okay. I will basically make call to the REST API with different possible values for all these properties, and emails will be sent for all those combinations, or all for those users basically in our scenario, okay. So well, that is said, so let's move on to that template and complete it with its body, okay. So hi user, and then what is the course name, okay. So what I will say, you have opted, for the sake of time, let me construct the message, guys. So as you can see, for the sake of saving time, I quickly wrote the message body. Guys, see the dynamic template how it looks. Hi, under the mustache notation you put the user variable, and then you have opted course name, okay, for training mode of the training category, with the cost being the fees, okay. Now whenever you okay, make a request to this SendGrid RESTful API with various values to this user course name, okay, training category and fees, okay, you will keep on sending different emails for all these combinations, okay. So I will show you that quickly. So I'm done with my uh, template creation. I'm pretty happy with this. So what I have to do now, I have to click on save button. So let me let me quickly click on the save button here. So once you are okay, that you have done with all your yeah, template editing, so simply click on the save button over here. So after saving, I should see my template or the version of my template getting created. As you can see, okay, the editor I used is the design editor, and I made some changes, and yes, my version is created. What all things I can do, basically I can edit, okay, I can preview, I can duplicate, and I can delete, okay. So that said, let's click on preview and see how it looks. See guys, In the preview mode, as you can see, subject is something that I had set pre-header test, and you can see when viewed in desktop mode, this email will look something like this. Okay, so this is how they provide the flexibility of rendering these email messages on various devices. This is on desktop, this is on mobile. Okay, and also for low internet speed devices where there is an issue with the internet speed, they can also have the option to view in terms of plain text. Okay, so you are not required to write any extra code in order to achieve these features. Everything is readily available. Okay, so that's the preview mode we saw. So guys, I done with creating my template. I saved it, I created a version for it. Okay, all things that I got the template ID for my SendGrid template that I created. Okay, and whatever variables I used in my SendGrid template, okay, for them I have a equivalent property. For that I have equivalent properties created in my code, basically, that is course name, training category, fees, and the user, because these are the template variables I am using in my message body, guys, basically. Okay, so if you see my code, I constructed the SendGrid client by passing the API key, and then I constructed the SendGrid message. Okay, I set the from address, I set the to address, I set the template ID against which emails needs to be triggered, and then I passed the template data which basically filled into my template, basically. Okay, so once all these things are set, and when I run my program, okay, let me run this program quickly. Okay, so if I see the status, basically you should receive, okay, a status code of accepted, which is 204. If you are receiving http status code 204, means basically SendGrid has accepted your request which you have made here in order to send the emails. Okay, and it will immediately take action and it will send the email. So my response code indicates that yes, my request has been accepted. Say fi. Okay, now I will go to my mailbox. Okay, well, I'm able to receive the email, so it is entering into spam because this is the first time this kind of email has generated. Okay, if it is not a spam, then I can say that report it as not as a spam, so it will start entering into my inbox. Okay, so it's all about setting this rule. So can you see, guys, see in my template, in my SendGrid template, basically I had used various variables. Here I had used a user variable. Here I used the course variable or the course name variable. Okay, and then here I used the training category, and then I used the fees. See, guys, SendGrid automatically took the responsibility of replacing all your template variables by their values, and then it constructed the message and sent to the user. So with the unsubscribe option also. Okay, so this is the flexibility SendGrid provides to enterprise systems, basically. Okay, you are not required to set up your own SMTP based systems, not required to create your own email services. Okay, in order to handle it. Okay, you can go with this ready-made service. Okay, which will serve our purpose very well. I hope you people understood uh, the benefits provided by SendGrid and how easy it is to integrate with your existing applications in order to perform various communication system. Okay, or in order to initiate various communications to your customers, stakeholders, and etc. Okay, so that's it for the day. I hope you people will implement this. You people will definitely try out this. You people can go with the free version of SendGrid. Okay, go through the various services provided them, and if it suits your requirements, definitely you can make use of it for your product. Okay, so that's it for the day. Thank you for listening, and yeah, we'll meet again.